Alright guys, I'm back at the boat and I got some distressful news. The boat's gonna get super dirty because that bridge behind me, you can see it in the distance, and about I think it's at the end of the year or the starting of next year, I heard that they're gonna resurface it and they're gonna demolish half of it. It's gonna take 2 years to repair. I don't know why. The bridge is fine, and I hear that the it's gonna take 2 years for that job to be done. But then I heard that they're gonna postpone it until after the Olympics. So I've been wanting to do a cover for the rear, so I just had a guy come in and take the measurements, and he's going to give me a quote, and we're going to attach it from the top and slope it down to the end so it doesn't get that much crap and dirt in there, because down here it gets really black over here. Every time I come, it's a automatic wash because it gets super dirty, and then the Jelgo starts looking grim, and then also I got a cracked touch. It was kind of feeling soggy, and I looked underneath, and this thing popped. For some reason, the other day it was fine. So I don't know what's going on. I set up a camera. And let's see if somebody came in here and started bouncing, because this thing was perfectly fine 5 days ago. Okay, so what I'm doing now, I got some stay bill in this container, and I got a brush down in the tank, and I'm maneuvering it with the stick. There's the camera, and I'm soaking all these spotty areas. It turns out that the stay bill is really a good cleanser. It cleaned the edges pretty well. So I'm just kind of sweeping the bottom with the stay bill, and all these spots that are around, I'm gonna let that soak for a few hours, and then I'm gonna rinse it with gas. I got 2 gallons that I gotta bring in from the car, and I'm just gonna pour it down this hole and let it wash, and see if I can pick it up over there with the pump and pump up that gel, because it already had gelatinized the ethanol, that it was stuck to the bottom as caramel. It was caramelizing all this area, and that can start eating the aluminum. So that's one way for me to find out where's the leak. So once it's all clean, I'm going to pour gas, and then I'm going to look down here to see if there's any leakage, and keep adding gas little by little. It might not be, the problem might not be at the bottom. It could be at a wall, a crack in the wall, but I haven't seen any. We'll see. I have to investigate the whole thing. Otherwise, if it does have a leak, this thing's going to stay null. I'm not going to use it. I'll use the rear tank like I'm using it now. It's the only thing I could do. I mean, I'm not going to spend, I don't know, $1,500 to get this thing out of here, get it welded, and put it back in. It's going to cost more than $1,500. So, let me see if I can bring it out. And luckily I got a brush that exactly fits in the hole. Alright, get it in here. You can see I'm soaking the liquid. Put it back in there. Let's see where I'm going with it. There's a good spot right there. Don't need to do much. I only got this certain area. And I also can come in on the other side of the stick, and I have a wire brush that I can go in there and kind of try to scrape a little bit of the stuff. I don't know if I'm going to be doing that, but for now, I'm going to drench it in the Stay-Bil and let it break it up. I'm going through all the corners, especially down here. It's all crappy right there at the end. Right there. Get that in there. That's actually the divider. So let that soak in there. All right, I think I've done the whole corner. Okay, let's take it out and just let it sit here. Oh, let me just leave it in there. Yeah, like that. Let's turn the camera off. And I'll do another treatment later. I checked the oil on this engine. It's so clean that you can hardly see it. It's invisible. So this crack wasn't here. I got a feeling I know who's doing this. But I set up the camera. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm going to see if I can catch him. It's a guy that does work for me. If he's doing this to get a job, he's going to be fired. He's going to be fired. I'm going to call him out. If he's doing this shit to me that I've been giving him work for years. You know. Because he sees that I do a lot of stuff. And every time he comes, he gives me a negative vibe. Oh no, you can't do that. Oh no, I said, dude, I'm doing it. You know, it's always something. All right, later. Okay, so I'm letting that soak in there. I got the gas on board, and as soon as it becomes a little cooler, because it's too bright out there and too hot, I'll go in and give it a wash down. So in the meantime, I'm smoking a cigar, relaxing. All right, guys, later. So I'm smoking an H-Upman Golden Nicaragua. This is one of the best cigars to kick back a little bit. It's a short cigar, and it smokes very well. It doesn't bite. It's not too strong. It's flavorful, and it's got a very good aroma. It's not exactly a 10, but it's a good 8, I would say. Okay, so it cooled down enough for me to continue with the wash down. So let me see. I'm gonna put a little bit of gas in the tank and then get the brush in there and kind of slush it around, and then I'll put the camera back on and see what's up. So I'm doing. Okay, wait a minute. Gotta get this in an angle. Get the breather off. Okay, that's enough. Okay. Now we're gonna put the camera with the brush and see what we're gonna do, see what we're gonna see. Put the camera at an angle so you guys can see what's going on. Go on there and kind of, let me see where the gas is. Tank looks very clean now. Most of those spots are gone. Let's see here. Oh yeah, that tank is, most of the big stuff is gone. Let me just move it around a little bit here. You guys might be saying this guy's anal. Yeah, I like to do a thorough job on whatever I'm doing. But those spots are pretty much, except those two right there. Let me zoom it up a little bit. Right there, that could be a whole tiny little thing. Okay, there's booger. Oh, there's some other stuff here. See. All right, let me get the camera back out again. Put some more gas in there. Okay, pop this out. And then wash all the stuff down to the bottom. I'm only going to put 2 gallons in here. Okay. Back inside we go. Oh yeah, that is not bad. And the reason I'm doing this, because if I do find something that it needs a patch, then I can see if, now that it's cleaner. There's some gas there. Some of this stuff doesn't want to come get off. Okay, that looks very clean compared to what it was before. Jesus. Yeah, I can see the weld and everything. Okay, I think that's it. I would say it's 98% clean. There's a couple of boogers up here. See, that one cleaned up. But this one here, where'd it go? Yeah, that one there, I want to get rid of that. I want to get rid of that one. So I gotta find it. Okay, that's it for now. Then I'll put the rest of the gas in, let it flow. I'll turn this off. This camera came out pretty handy. It worked out pretty well. Okay, let's get the rest of it. I only got about a gallon left here. That's washing it all the way down to the back, to the end of the tank. Okay, that's it. Okay. I'll put this back in the car. Oh, there's a geese. Wow. Nice, pretty low. Okay, and I'm just gonna place this back in here just to, and then tomorrow, I'm gonna take the boat out tomorrow. I'll video that. I call my lady and say, come down, we're going out for a drive. And then tomorrow I can hook up to the hose with the little pump and just suck the 2 gallons out, put it back in this tank, and look at the filter and see what the condition of the filter. I'm gonna leave the brush on it. I don't know if I should go back in with this and do a little scraping. I'm here. Let's do it. See, the flow got a little wet, just a little wet. Okay, let me put this in here and kind of just move it around. Just guessing where those spots are. I'm gonna be looking and get it. Okay. Again. Bring this out, let it dry. I'll put it out here so it dries up. The one fumes inside the boat. So let me put it here behind the steps. Alright. Let's get this. You know what? I'm curious. Let's get the camera back in there and see if I can see some results. Okay. The light on this, it's okay, it is not that powerful. It doesn't light up the whole thing. You gotta, oh, I can see from here. Wow, the tank looks very clean. Okay, that one there, the little spot. Okay, that's gone. Wow, look at that weld. That looks very good. There's still a little area there that, actually I can see it from here. I can probably do the brush from here. Let's see. You just stick it in there, straight down in there. That's where it is. And kind of move that around. I can see it from here. Okay. Let's send the camera back in. Oh yeah. Big difference. Man. That J-Bill. I'd recommend this anytime. Yeah, still some J-Bill at the bottom edge here on the towards me. Okay, so I did get the spot. Yeah, you can't beat this. The walls look good. All right, let me try to see you guys take a peek. Check it out. Okay. This here is the wall towards me. That's the opposite wall there. This is the divider right there. The divider doesn't matter because that's the corner. I can see the weld is in good shape. And then let me see, go towards the corner. Yeah, that corner looks very clean compared to what it was. It was very caramelized. There's still a little crap in there, but once I pump it out, I want to let it dry again. Evaporate. That J-Bill, you see the little pink area? Right there. That's the J-Bill that's sitting towards the, right there on the bottom corner. So that's cleaning and eating away at anything. And this is the edge towards me, which is I don't know, what do you guys think? That looks decent. Very clean. Okay, and then the edge towards the divider. That's good. Let's see which way this thing is pointing. Yeah, it's pointing down. So towards me, let's see here, the corner. Clean, clean, clean. Only those little dinky areas there, but you can see the scratches from the brush. Yeah, right there. So it's not bad. It's not bad. All right, that's it for today. The camera away, and put the. I still got to drill a little hole here for the that I patched. Let's put this here, and then line up the holes. Yeah, right there. Yeah, it even locks up. See the cable facing this way, and that it's almost locked because the tip of the screws are grabbing the little holes right there. So there's one here that I patched right there. I gotta drill that, and let me see if my lady can bring the little drill kit, and I can just go bzz, just a little hole, and then I can tap, because I put JB welt, metal welt, and the hole was a little bit too big for the screw, so now it'll grab. All right, let's see. All right, it's gonna dry up. Put this back here. So that's it, guys. I gotta put all this stuff away in the locker, and then tomorrow I'm gonna see if I can use a tray cart that I brought with the boards. I want to place the boards so I can sit on that, and then I can buff the edge, because that edge I cleaned it and it's still kind of grimy. And it turns out that I have an oil leak on one of my jugs, so I turned it upside down because it spilled outside. I cleaned it, but it's all green. So okay, this is gonna stay outside so I could breathe. All right, good. All right, guys. Tomorrow it's another day.